I'm 3 minutes late. All right. Alrighty. Let me dig out some ice from that hole so we can start. And these guys are basically not doing too well. We can probably fish easily for an hour and a half today. I don't think I'm gonna get cold. Let's see, do these guys even sink? Sink. Not even sinking. All right. These are my. Hey, what's going on? Z, you made it, man. Wow, that is loud. Huh, birds. What's going on, everybody? How you doing, Gilles? Ça va, Gilles? How's it going, Z? How you doing, Demon? See, I made it out here. I was gonna bring shiners, but that would. I didn't realize I was gonna have to drag in a whole bucket with me, and I didn't want to paint a big target. So today we're just gonna use the same stuff we used yesterday. Just gonna throw some wax worms. I drilled another hole though. Let's see, these are dead wax worms, but I hope that they still work. I left my wax worms in the car one of those nights when it was like 6 degrees outside. And this is the end result. The wax worms, they survive in the fridge, but once those temps hit really low, they do not make it. Let's see. Is anything gonna bite them? It wasn't super hard. You just have to have a really sharp. If you're gonna buy one, used one on the marketplace, like the auger, the thing that drills the hole, it's called an auger. It's really not hard as long as the blades are sharp. And you can buy replacement blades. I think the best drill for the holes is made by Strike Master. And yeah, I think the ice here is minimum 10 inches. So I do not feel like I'm being unsafe here. I'm gonna let that lay down for now. You know what I also brought? I grabbed some corn with me. Maybe we can stimulate some carp, you never know. Let's drop it down the hole. But yeah, the ice is like 10 inches. What's going on, Jason J? Thanks for stopping by. Who else is here? I see Jason J. I see Demon. I see Mr. Z from New Jersey. Donnie Tompkins, how you doing? Let me go dig some ice out. Hold on. Oh wow. Yes, I made a mistake. I didn't bring my usual neck mount. I'm using my GoPro mount, so I'll be tightening my. Hold on. I don't know if that's. I hear sounds. I think ice is expanding a little bit. Hey, what's going on, Gerard Black? Donnie Tompkins. We just started, man. I just started 4 minutes ago, so we're not. I'm just like throwing some corn down the hole. Maybe we'll get a carp today, if there is one here. I have no idea what to expect today, but I can be here for like an hour and a half, which is good. All right, let's see. If I make holes, I'll sink. Yeah, Jules. I mean, hopefully we're not gonna sink. All right, so What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go put a. I'm gonna put the. I don't have any tip out rods with me because I don't have live bait, but I have a nice juicy worm. Let's see. Hello, bro. I'm support. What's going on, Jan? Yeah, Julius. If I make holes, I'll sink. Maybe. All right, let's throw a big juicy worm on the other one. Maybe we can get a perch. Oh, Z, are you in the chat right now? I'm actually gonna fish with what's his name's? Oh wow, yeah, it did get cold in my car last night. These worms are not doing too well. Oh no, telling your worm is frozen. I guess it got really cold last night. Ah, should have brought it inside. No bueno. Yeah, but Z, right here. That's the jig head. That's Mr. Ifish, Victor. I can't believe my worms froze. Well, I hope they're still okay. I was just gonna throw one in there. Maybe a perch will eat it off the bottom. See what happens. Ah, that's sad that my worms froze. Let's see how deep it is here. It's like 5 feet maybe. It's pretty good. Let me loosen the drag. What's going on, Tree? Tree says, aren't you afraid of global warming? Sometimes. At this point, I'm afraid of nothing, man. I'm too old to be afraid. Let me just loosen the drag on this one and just kind of leave it hanging there. I wonder if because my wax worms are not too fresh, maybe things are not working out. Yeah, but I can't believe that my red worms, look, my red worms are all clumped up. So that means they froze last night. I mean, they're still alive, but never seen anything like that before. I left them in my car, and that's what we get. That's unfortunate. You plan on getting them spring comes? Nice. Yeah, they're good jig heads. Let's see how much extra am I going to get today. We caught 6 fish yesterday. Let's see what we can do today. But there's also a chance that these wax worms are not so fresh, so I'll change up. If I don't catch anything in the next 10 minutes or less, I'm changing up. Yeah, we got the whole lake to ourselves. Nobody's here. In the past 10 days, I think there's probably been like 5 people to this park. Nobody wants to come out. Do you guys know how many fish, for those of you that watch NJ Maniac, do you know if he caught any fish other than 1 pickerel and 1 perch? I think I left this live stream about an hour ago. Wow, it's so quiet here. It's amazing. This doesn't look too bad. I don't know why they're not biting. Once again, we're using wax worms on a drop shot rig here. Let me go check. Very, very strange. 5 perch and 1 pickerel, nice. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Yesterday was a great stream for me. In 1 hour, I got, but they were all bluegills though. How you doing, Alan? See if anything happens here. I really don't want to change out my spot. What a beautiful place, though. Check this place out. It's dead quiet. Hey, are you watching from Florida, Alan? Nice. Well, thanks for stopping by, man. I'll take some Florida weather right now. Maybe I should go with a smaller piece of worm. Let me check my other rod. Let me try. Los Vertes Angele. Not sure what that means, but that's Gilles. Let's drop a couple of pieces of worm down the hole. I think I was told that when you first drill a hole, the fish kind of scurry away from it, and then they come back eventually. Let's try a couple of pieces of worm down the hole, down the hatch. Maybe we'll entice them. 12 people in the chat. What's up, guys? We're fishing. Hopefully, we can catch a perch today. I know there are perch here because I've caught them here. I caught one in my before it froze over. So hoping for a perch or a bluegill. Well, I'll take a pickerel too, but I don't think it's going to eat a worm. Yeah, that's what I did. I split the worm and I threw a couple of pieces down the hole. I know there's fish here because I catch a ton of crappie here, so I'm not sure what's going on. I usually catch crappie, huge golden shiners, and I'll catch perch right here in this area. So I'm assuming they haven't traveled too far. Now let me check my other rod. Let's see what we got. 15 people in the chat. What's going on, everybody? I wonder if I should change up my wax worm. Very strange. It's been, I mean, we drilled a hole 15 minutes ago. So by now, they should be coming back. Hey, what's going on, Wild 420? Hey, Dale, what's up, man? Welcome back. I don't know if today's ice fishing is going to go as well as late yesterday's. But today I got 2 rods and 2 holes. And I'm a little warmer today because I decided to wear my ski pants. I don't know how many years I've had them for, but man, Salomon ski pants. They'll last forever. Tony, what's going on, Tony? Water temp? Oh, probably like mid-30s, I guess. Very, very cold. We did pretty good yesterday at the same lake, so I'm not sure what's going on. Very strange. Well, let's give it another. I think my first bite yesterday came at about 20-minute mark, and we're coming in there. So what I was explaining is when you drill a hole in ice, you scare the fish. Did you check the moon? I have not checked the moon. I hope she's okay though. Do we have full moon right now or not? What's going on, Jason J? Spit on the worm? Yeah, that's the good old trick, huh? I've heard about that one. I have heard about the tip. Hold on. No, nothing's happening. This almost reminds me of my fishing streams in the fall. 8 likes. Thanks. Yeah, this is ice fishing is not as high paced as a regular fishing stream. Oh, by the way, for those of you from Jersey, apparently Round Valley froze over and there are people ice fishing on it right now. But you got to be super careful if you go out there because Round Valley usually never freezes. And I'm sure if you go through the ice on Round Valley, it's over. If the moon ain't right, the fish don't bite. I like that. Oh, nice, Wild. Wild 420, chilling, getting your ice gear ready for an overnighter. Yeah, if I had a friend that could go with me overnight, that'd be awesome. And if my wife would let me go, that would be an epic trip right there. You know what I'm gonna do? Let's put a worm on one of these instead of a wax worm. Let's put a red worm on. I also think that these wax worms are not the best. They are not doing too well. So maybe we'll send them on their way and we will get a red worm instead. Let's try it. Just a little itty bitty piece. If the moon ain't right, the fish don't bite. I like that. Well, yesterday we were getting a fish every 10 minutes at the same place. I'm guessing the moon didn't change much. Let's check. What I noticed yesterday was that they were biting on the fall. They were biting on a drop. Have you tried one of those blue and red blinking sinkers? No, I have not tried that. I want to stand up and fish. I have not tried that. Are you talking about like a jig, like one of those spoon things, or they just jig up and down? Oh man, these birds are scaring me. There's birds behind me digging through the leaves. Keep thinking somebody's walking out on me. Wind blows from north, fish don't bite. Blows from south, they open their mouth. Got it. Thanks, Big L. Blows from the west, they bite the best. Here in Minnesota, Upper Lake. Blue and red blinking sinkers. So basically, you're saying like the fish are attracted to the blink. I can see that. I know when guys go crappie fishing overnight, they all use lights on their boats to attract the fish to them. I can't believe we're not getting any bites. 23 people in the chat. Oh, now the birds are fighting. I don't know if you can find it. Like, that's the only people around me, basically. Well, people. It's the only living things around me. The birds. And now they're fighting each other. So we're about, there's about 5 feet of water. But it's not going too well compared to yesterday. We were getting bites yesterday. I know this spot has fish. We're catching a bunch of crappie here. Look at these things. You see that bird messing around in under the tree? $53 fish in 2 days. Nice. We're just using wax worms and red worms. Oh man. Here in Minnesota, Upper Lake of the Woods, they worked awesome. I gotta check it out. I don't know. Do you know what they're called? The blinking. What are you talking about? Now you got my curiosity going. Blue and red blinking sinkers. All right, this is no bueno. We need some action. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch up to a fresher wax worm. Let's see. Yesterday we caught 6 bluegills in about 60 minutes, and 3 of them came on wax worms, and 3 of them came on red worms. So there's no real benefit of not using red worms. Let's see. Let's see if I can just put a fresher wax worm on. I have a fresh one. Let's see, there you go, buddy. You're the chosen one. You're going down there, man. All right. See what happens. I'm not sure because this is the place where I would catch crappie. I'm not sure if maybe because there's predominantly crappie here, the bluegills don't come, but that's usually not the case. Paul, what's going on? Did you stream today? I didn't see you streaming. We're doing good. We just got here. We've been fishing for 23 minutes. And for some reason, it's not going as well as yesterday. Will the setup work? Oh, yeah, absolutely, DCP. This setup will definitely work in deeper waters. Yeah, you're right. They're basically night crawlers, garden worms. I was thinking about buying smaller ones. I know exactly what you're talking about. Mr. Richard. Nilbert says, dirty bomb spoon by Fish Daddy uses it fully submerged LED blinking light built into the fishing lure and attracts fish. Drop the dirty bomb into the water. Oh, okay. Let me print screen that. If we're gonna... dirty bomb, never heard of it. Tomorrow evening going for piles under and carp. Nice, Paul. Oh, that's right. Today's Thursday. This is how nutty I am. Jeez. I remember you said Friday, and I thought today was Friday. All right, I need to catch up on my sleep. Making a fool out of myself. Streaming out of the car. All right, well, drive safe. I'm not gonna say I don't do the same thing. So I did that today, but please be careful. Where's the fish at, man? Is the hole I made yesterday still open? No, it probably has about 2 inches of ice over it. We might have to go back there. We might. I don't know. If I get no bites here, we might have to travel. I really don't want to do that. Oh, wait. Guys, you want to see something funny? You know what's good about walking on a frozen lake? Well, we're about to start picking up some free stuff. Check this out. How are you going to deal with this? All right. If this is not a Grumpy Orca going on an ADHD trip, look, I'm staying in the middle of the river. I mean, in the middle of the lake. And look, we're just going to pick up some stuff from the trees, man. Let's see what we got here. Let's see how many things we can find. All right. Why did I think? Oh, gulp minnow, my favorite. Look at that. A little jiggy jig. Hold on. Look how much stuff is out here. Look. Oh, look out here. Look out here. Oh, dude. We're in business. We're gonna collect ourselves some stuff. Let me grab my scissors. You guys want to go on a gathering adventure with me? Let's go. Let's go get us some stuff. And you know what? I just have the perfect little container for that. What's going on? How deep are you? We're fishing for either perch or bluegill or crappie or whatever bites, but my ADHD got the best of me, and look, I just found a bunch of stuff because I can walk here. Look at all the crap I found. Right in the bucket. Thank you. Thank you. Hold on. Wait. There's more. These little jig heads, that's like size 10 hook. No, this is actually a size 12 hook with little gulp minnows. Somebody knows what they're doing over here. And this person fishes here a lot because look, there's another one. All right. Yeah, somebody knows what they're doing. They're using gulp minnows, which is basically a dynamite bait here. And they're using these tiny jig heads. All right, let's see. Can we find more? All right. Bunch of line. I just found the line. No, there's nothing here. Hold on. Nothing here. Oh. Let's see what else we can find. Probably just walk around and find like $10 worth of stuff here. Let's see, anything else? We started off as a fishing stream, but now we're scavengers. No, I don't see anything else. Might as well head back. Next thing you know, I'm gonna fall through ice. Nah, nothing else. Well, that wasn't bad. Hold on. Didn't see anything else. Next thing you know, I'm gonna go through ice. Yeah, I know, we're salvaging somebody's lures off the trees. I didn't realize how much fun this can be. It's like Christmas. Completely left my rod. I don't want to come close to that. I don't want to go in. That's it. I don't see anything else, so we're gonna head back. But yeah, whoever was fishing here actually knows what they're doing because they're using gulp minnows on these tiny hooks. These are, you see those things? That's a dried up gulp minnow. That's a 2-inch gulp minnow or even less. And they are using super tiny jig heads. So they're ultralight fishing here, which is exactly what I do here. All right, I think that's it. My rod's probably gone in the hole now. Let's see, anything else? No, I don't see anything. How thick is the ice? The ice in Jersey right now is 10 inches, which is wild. I mean, we haven't had this cold snap in it's probably the coldest it's been consistently for the past, I'd say 50 years at least, if not more. They're saying the last time Hudson froze over was 100 years ago, and people actually walked across. If they do that today, I'm sure E-ZPass will find a way to charge them. All right, that's it. I think we salvaged as much as I could. I think we're done. Let's go. Oh, wait, hold on. Not done yet. More hooks. All right, Grumpy Salvage is on duty. Whatever. Want to let a bird, right? Dude, this bird is driving me nuts. I constantly think somebody's coming up on me. Let's see. I think that we're done. Let's go back to fishing. So yeah, in total we got 3 jig heads, 1 hook, a bobber. We didn't do too bad. Let's check another one. I think that's all she wrote, guys. I don't think we missed a fish. Yeah, it's supposed to. Hey, what's going on, Ronnie? Thanks for stopping by. My fishing stream was so boring. We went picking up fishing lures off the trees. All right. Nah, nothing ate it. Dead. Fish, where you at? This is pretty terrible. This is no bueno. All right, hold on. I know I technically have to jig it for optimal presentation, but no bueno. Yeah, it's pretty bad, man. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna surprise the fish. They're staring at that red worm, well, garden worm, as somebody said, or nightcrawler over there. We're gonna hit them with the wax worm. Maybe they'll come around. Now I'm very interested in who was fishing with these, because that's usually that's somebody who knows what they're doing, because that's how you catch fish here. You use tiny gulp minnows with these tiny jig head hooks. And I'm intrigued. It looks like they've only been there for a year. I don't think you can buy those at Walmart either. So it looks like I have a challenger at my lake. This is one of those lakes where you'll find people fishing with bigger X sinkers than their bobbers. So usually not a lot of people that know what they're doing here. I've never seen a person fishing for bass here either. Hold on. Let's see. Catch a guy fish and put it on your marshmallow. Hello everyone. Are you Boots? How you doing, man? Oh, thanks, Paul. Thanks for looking out, man. I appreciate it. All right, Paul. I'm gonna be in your live stream. My kids' team got into my kids' team basketball team just won their semifinals game yesterday. So Friday at 4 o'clock, they're playing the final between the two big. Basically, it's going to be winner takes all. So I might disappear for because if they win, we're going to go celebrate. I might be not around from 4 to 7 p.m., but otherwise I'll be around. Okay, look, you guys ready to salvage more stuff? Who wants to come with me on a salvaging mission? All right, we got braid. We got braid big enough to pull in a tuna. Hold on. Is there anything at the end of the braid? Just wrapped around the tree like that. I really want to take this out. So my friend Blue Heron doesn't get trapped on this. All right. But I don't see anything attached to it. I hope you guys enjoying this. I found one more bobber. Hold on. Le bobber. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this setup. Check this out. Check this out, Chad. Hold on. You see it? Now, I'm not saying I'm a great fisherman, but look at this. Look, Paul. This is how we set ourselves up here. Dude, that is a huge sucker. I don't know what this person was trying to catch, but that's basically the setups I'm used to finding here. Anything else? I see a bobber over there, and I see somebody was bass fishing. My rod is not gone yet, so that's good. All right, let's not fall through. Oh, dude, another bobber. Look at this. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. Check this out. It's like Christmas. All right. What the hell? This quickly turned from a fishing stream to a scavenging stream. Look, sinkers, hooks. Hold on. Let me see what the chat says. Yep. Sorry guys if I'm boring the crap out of you, but I like scavenging crap. It's always an adventure. And this way, if the cops come right now and tell me to get off the lake, I'll just tell them we're doing cleanup. Jeez, it's even frozen inside the ice. Come on. I should have pulled it out. Look at all the crap. Look at this. All right, let's keep going. Oh. Oh wait, there's. Oh, look out here! Look out here! Hold on. Oh, it's a good one. Hold on. This might be worth jumping. All right. Paul, put on some techno music. I'm gonna jump. Look at this. Oh, dude. That was a professional jump. Hold on. I got us something. Hold on. Watch this. Check this out. This is a pretty good find. Should I? Look at this. We got a little spoon. What the hell is that? It's not bad. And we'll take the bobber too. All right. I think we were supposed to be fishing today. Hold on, one more discount double check. I don't see anything else. All right, let's go back and see if we have a fish. Huh, that's pretty good. So if you're in Jersey right now, you can pretty much buy any lake that you can walk on. Just get on ice and go pick up some free treasures. Oh, nice, Mark. That's cool to hear. Grandpa's Environmental Services. You're damn right. It's all going to help my case in case I get arrested for being here today. I think that's it. Let's go back. I'll do anything not to fish. All right, I think that's it. Hold on, what is this? Yeah. All right, let's go back to fishing. Cops would probably tell me to leave here because technically, well, there's no sign that says there's no ice fishing here, but there's a big sign that says what not to do on this lake, and it says no boating or anything like that. So technically, I can ice fish here, but very close to Trump National Golf Course, and I'm sure I'm sure some drone is looking at me right now, but they're probably laughing because we can't even catch a fish. But yeah, I've never really been in my life. I've never been told to not fish somewhere, mostly because I follow the laws. But you can argue that technically I'm not supposed to be here. But the ice is 10 inches. Who cares? There you go. Hold on. You gotta pin that. See? Thank you, Paul. Thanks, Frank. I hope my scavenging adventures. Yeah, we got like 4 bobbers. Hope my scavenging adventures entertain you guys. I want to find one of those chatterbaits by Z-Man. That would be nice. Nah, there's like nothing going on. This is so wild. You know what? If we get nothing, I'm packing up and we're going to the old holes. This is crazy. If I'm catching nothing, I'm gonna pack you guys up. And we're gonna, hi, Miss Gigi. Let me see if I kind of missed the chat, some stuff. Let me see what else you guys wrote. Let me put some tension on this line. A snorkel fish, a fill a bucket. Yeah, I saw that. Free tackle store. Very, very true. Z, listen, if you're from Jersey, if you go fishing when the trout season starts, both spring and fall, it's amazing how much stuff you find. And it's not only in Jersey. I go camping with my kids in New York, and they have brown trout season. You can probably walk away with, if you're diligent, you can probably walk home with $50 worth of stuff, not even trying. You basically, what you'll find is, and maybe people can actually like confirm this, you'll find piles of stuff on one branch that somebody really just doesn't want to go and get out of the water. That's how I usually find all my trout lures. You'll find like a branch where everybody gets snagged, and it basically, then there's line there, and that line catches more lures, and it's basically like bunched up on one branch. So you break off one branch and you have yourself like 5 lures, and a lot of them are nice. That's what happened to me last year, all year round. You're from New England? Nice. It is much colder there. What's going on? Settimio Tresoldi. Did I say that right? Man, I need to catch a fish for you guys. This is getting bad. What else can you distract you with? Can't go swimming. This is pretty bad. No bueno. I even put some corn down there with the corn juice. But we still don't know there's carp here. Hold on. I'm going to leave that there. There's not even a bite. Here was a tree in the city. There was like 30 lures in it, but the owner had 2 Dobermans, and those dogs were not nice. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Then you gotta you gotta count your pros and cons there, Paul. I wonder if I just put a gulp minnow and just jig it. Maybe we'll get a crappie and just slowly raise it and drop it. Hey, Wild 420, what's going on? New Hampshire. That's crazy we're getting no bites. All right, let's give it another 12 minutes. If I get no bites, we're transferring up. We're switching out places. I really don't want to drill another hole, but I guess I'll have to. Colton Downey, we're using wax worms and pieces of night crawlers. Hmm. The man get crazy from all the people on the door and chop the tree. Well, thanks for those that are in the chat for hanging out with me. We're not catching much fish today, but should we go back to the hole we drilled yesterday? All right, let's give it another 7 minutes, and I'll head over there. Let me try. Should I just drop shot a gulp minnow in there? I'm like out of ideas, but why would that gulp minnow work? Let's see. Yeah, Z, there you go. That's Mr. iFish jig head. It's a 1.5 gram with a size 8 hook on it. Let's see. Where is my gulp minnow? Did I bring one? Oh wow, I actually don't really like using these, but let's try them. You never know. That's not the color I like, green shiner. Let's try it. I don't think it just fits any bait fish that's in the water here. Let's try it. I think I bought this on Amazon. It is very shiny, if you can see. All right, that's pretty good. Not perfect, but I'll take it. See, 34 degrees in Suffolk, VA, and windy. I'm very happy it's not windy today. Let me put it that way. It is cold here. It's about 34, about the same temp, maybe 30. Yeah, I'd say it's about 32, 34 degrees. But it is not windy. I remember people ice fishing like this with a spoon. Hey, Thule, what's going on, man? Ian is in the house. What's going on, man? I'm boring everybody to death. Jonathan says same depth as yesterday. I mean, I'm gonna say it's about the same depth as yesterday here, but who knows? Yesterday we were fishing about 5 feet of water. Today, pretty much the same thing. What I'm gonna do is in about 3 minutes, if nothing happens, I'm gonna pack up. I'm gonna feed that fish. I'm gonna feed those birds behind me, all those half dead mealworms or wax worms, and we're gonna get on our way. I can't believe that yesterday I randomly picked a hole and we had 6 fish in a matter of 1 hour. And today I got 2 holes in a spot that I know has fish, and there's nothing. I know it's not the most optimal time of the day to fish, but still. Still. Should do better than that. Absolutely 0 bites. You hope you catch tomorrow, Xander. Nice. For those of you that don't know what Xander is, hold on. Oh God, I forgot the name of it. How do you say Xander in English? Walleye. There you go. Yeah, Paul catches some massive walleyes. I've watched his live streams and I saw him catch one on a live stream. It was absolutely gigantic. It was like 10 pounds minimum. Never seen a walleye that big here. But they also have some monster perch in Europe. They're different species, same genus, but the perch gets absolutely humongous in Europe. In the United States, they do get big, but not bigger than like 2 pounds. All right, let's stop this nonsense. Let me go check my other rod and we're gonna move. I really didn't think I was gonna have to move today, but here we are. All right. I really don't want to drill 2 holes again. Ugh. I am tired. Let me try to drop this. So yesterday we're biting on a drop. Got it, Paul. Yeah, Paul's live stream, you got to make sure you tune into that one. Paul's live streams are always awesome. Catches more fish in pounds in one live stream than I do in a whole year. Oh, bitey bite. I just had a bitey bite. It's playing with my heart. You guys saw that tip, right? We just had a bitey bite. Maybe this is it. I had about 3 nibbles. Not sure from who. Let's see. No, everything's still on. Wait, what did I do? No, I didn't do anything. How you doing, Riodana? I think I said hi to you, Miss Gigi. I'm pretty sure I did. But if I didn't, hello. All right, let's see if we can get another bite. Something was nibbling on. What's interesting is that twitching it got me some bites. Preserved shiners, I don't think so. I think I'd say get live ones, but you can try. I mean, they're, I mean, they might work, but you're gonna have to sit there longer. You basically need something to come around and just eat it off the bottom. I've seen videos of pike eating dead bait. I'm sure if fish is hungry enough, they'll eat it. But who knows? Live bait is always better than not live bait. If it was me and it depends how much time you have. If you have like a whole day, I'd try everything. But if you only have like 2, 3, 4 hours to fish, I'd use live. All right, I think we should move. Kind of sad, but we got to do what we got to do. I got a little nibble, but who knows what that was. Let me, I'm going to leave this here at the hole. And I'm going to go pack up. Oh man, I'm getting lightheaded. I'm just checking if there's any more lures hanging around. No, I think we're done. All right, let me grab my auger. So yeah, this is the auger I bought on Facebook Marketplace. Brand new, 50 bucks. The blade is super sharp. I guess the job done in about 1 minute. You have a hole 10 inches. All right, let me pack up real quick. I'm very surprised that I have to change spots. I thought I came to the right spot today. That's just how that works. Yeah, so in Jersey, there's a couple of places too that do not allow live bait, but it's mostly the fly fishing, trout fishing spots that, that everybody goes to. All right, now I made myself this, that's all the stuff that we found, but now the problem is I don't want this stuff all over me. Jeez. Ugh. Where should I put it? I don't have a bag. All right, gotta hurry up. Let's go. Gotta find somewhere to put this. Hold on. Hopefully it doesn't get stuck. All right, I have all these dead mealworms, or half dead, and that bird's been digging. I'm gonna make that bird day. I'm gonna give her all these mealworms. There you go, bird. Have a good weekend. All right. 39 people in the chat. How you guys doing? I hope you're not asleep yet. I promise you we'll check out some tree lures on the way to the other hole. Hold on. All right. Let me grab my auger. Well, that was a little disappointing. Actually using a drop shot weight that was so generously given to me by Ian, Mr. Thule Spring Trout Raiders. So thank you, Ian. There it is right there. And actually one of these hooks is also yours. All right, let's go for a walk. Hold on. Just hanging out under the weather eyes. I really want to find a nice chatterbait hanging on a tree, but that's wishful thinking. As long as we don't fall through the ice, I think I'll be good. Keeping my eyes peeled. Nah. No, see nothing. Huh. I actually we fished top water from right from this location here about 3 months ago. No, I don't see any. I don't think anything good hanging off the trees. But it's kind of cool just to walk here. Nothing cool hanging off the trees. The only thing I can do today is fall through the ice because ain't nobody coming to save me. It's gonna be on you, chat. All right, hold on. Saying that, let me go nice and slow. I think if I fall through the ice, I'll just have to drill the hole in the bottom of the lake. See, right there, it's actually not frozen over. I wonder why. Does that mean it's deep or shallow? Like, look at this spot right here. If you were a bluegill, wouldn't you just live here? All right, let's do some fishing. We're almost there, guys. I'm just gonna use one hole that we drilled yesterday. I'll re-drill it. I can probably fish for another 25, 30 minutes. Oh, it is slippery here. Yep, there it is. That's our spot from yesterday. There it is. Look familiar? All right, let's gear down. Gear down. Hey, Jason J. Well, no, you were there before. I forgot you were in the chat. That's the carp spot? I didn't even know you could catch carp in winter until Paul mentioned that, but as you guys probably know, I don't know that much. Now let's see how long it's going to take us to drill through this ice. Hold on, everybody. Ow. Hit my phone. Yeah. Jeez. Stop it. All right, we're almost there, I think. How long does it usually take to re-drill a hole? Jeez. I figure it'd be, like I said, you see? That's how cold it is in Jersey. Just like that hole just froze over completely. 1 second, guys. I'm gonna have to. I think we're in. Yes, we are. Okay, and we are in. Oh, all right, that wasn't too bad. I think it was about 3 inches of ice since yesterday. Let's use our handy dandy ice remover tool. This gives me. All right, can you see me? Clean off the bottom of your auger. Probably should have read that a little earlier. I'm sorry. All right, hold on. The reason I didn't bring a scooper with me today is because I got to travel light. All right, hold on. Here we go. Maybe I could at least catch one fish. This is so funny. It's so ironic. Yesterday, I was expecting nothing, and I kept catching fish. Today, I came all prepared. No fish. All right, hold on. I wonder how I can get to that carp spot if there is carp there. The problem with me and finding out about carp is that it takes a long time to catch one, especially if you never caught one before in your life. So yeah, this is all the stuff that we found. I just emptied out that little container I had it in. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go through it real quick so I know what I have. All right, I don't know who fishes with this kind of stuff. Do you guys fish with a worm like this? Does that actually work, or it's one of those team worms? All right, so we got a worm. We're going through the treasures that we picked off a tree. We got 2 bull bears. Trick worm. So yeah, we got 3 bobbers. We got a nice spoon that actually probably would work really well in a saltwater situation. I don't know what the... Got a nice spoon that we just picked off a tree. Let's see. Got these micro jigs with gulp minnows. A couple of rusty hooks that I'm probably gonna just toss. And a couple of split shots. All right, I'm gonna put that in the trash separately. I'm just waiting. I'm assuming fish is gonna come back to the hole after I drilled it, so that's why I'm taking this time to do this. All right, let me throw it on the side of my backpack so I can throw it out when I get home. Yeah, so these are my treasures of the day. I just gotta figure out how to throw them in a container. Take them home. Hey, Scott B, what's up, man? All right. Should I just dump this? I'm just gonna dump it because I am not going carp fishing today. And I'm gonna throw all that crap in this bag so it doesn't get stuck to anything. When I come home, I'll just wash everything. Yeah, it's not bad. We picked up some free lures. I'm really interested into who was using this micro jig, like size 12 hook with gulp minnow. That's a man after my own heart. Look at these tiny hooks we found. That is tiny. That's like a trout hook. I mean, this guy was definitely pulling on his hook. The hell? Yeah, not bad. I'll throw that into my Finders Keepers box. Nice, you're living the dream. Paul, in the States, they keep carp to use a catfish bait. Yes, they do. There's also a lot of people that eat carp in the States, but yeah, we don't know those dudes. Like, I would not eat carp from Jersey, let's put it that way. Especially if it comes out of Raritan River. That thing is basically cleaned up all the dirty tires and possibly Jimmy Hoffa off the bottom of the Raritan River. All right, guys. So realistically, we need to fish in the next 20 minutes. And we caught fish here yesterday, same spot, same technique, same setup. So we need one today. Richard May, you're saying the moon ain't right? Well, I'm already here, so. I mean, there's people fishing and catching fish in Jersey on the live stream, so we should be okay. The moon is probably right, it's just the fishermen. Maybe it's these fishermen. So what's interesting that Paul told us that in Netherlands, if you keep a carp, there's like a $500 fine. No joke, he'll tell you himself. There's actually, well, he's a warden, but there's guys out there running around and giving you insane fines for keeping carp. Meanwhile, in the United States, it's considered an invasive species that you're supposed to not put back in the water. What's going on, Andy Walsh? Yeah, there you go. I think the carp that they have there, well, I'm not sure, but I think there's carp out there that is specifically like to clean the body of water. But Paul knows that much better than I do. There's actually bounties on some carp, I think, in the United States. If you catch certain species of carp, you get paid for it. Just like that pike minnow. I don't know if you guys watch Lumi. She fishes a lot. She catches a lot of bullheads and trout. So she caught a pike minnow one time, and apparently you get paid for that. I forgot how many. I think it's like $20 per fish if you turn it into the state. Yeah, you're right, Ronyo. Grass carp. Grass carp is the good carp. Wow, am I really gonna get skunked today? That's crazy. It's amazing how he just changed up on me. Same time yesterday, same bait, same setup, same hole. We're catching fish every 10 minutes. We're getting bites. Today, just dead. The Big Walker 9750. How cold is it here? The air temperature is about 34. It's probably the highest it's going to get today. The water temp, probably like 20. I mean 20. No, it's probably like what, mid 30s. All right, let's put a fresh wax worm on. What did I do? Let's put a couple of more wax worms. Hold on, y'all. I think I see another lure hanging off the tree. This might be another ADHD adventure for us. We're about to go on a little. Oh, we're about to go on a little side quest, if I say so myself. Hold on. Let's put a fresh. I see. I think I see a little bass lure hanging off a tree. This is promising. You know what? Let's try with wax worms only. I see a little bass lure hanging off a tree. Hold on, gang. 1 second. Let's put 2 wax worms on. There you go, big one. All right, let's go on a side quest. Let's drop this, wait for like a minute. And if nothing bites, I'm gonna leave it hanging. Come on, one bluegill, just not to be embarrassed in front of 50 people. Come on, man. I'll take care of you. Just bite it. Oh, by the way, DCP, if you're gonna go ice fishing, I don't know if you have these, but grab yourself these. I'm not wearing them today, but they're good. I don't know if you can still buy them at Costco, but these are good. You just basically open them up and stick them on the inside of your glove, and you're good to go. Look, who we got here? Oh, I think we're in luck, guys. I found some stuff. What do we have here? I think he's past his prime. Let's just put it that way. Mr. Lizard. Yep, Senor Lizard. I think he's been hanging there for quite a bit. So yes. Hold on. Not all is lost. Check out what I got. I'm telling you guys, I'm like a little kid on it's Christmas for Grumpy Orca. Look at that. I might get skunked, but I'm coming home with free stuff. Look what we got here. A little crappie jig. All right, that's nice. Wait. Hold on. What we got here? Another worm. I don't know what that was, but whatever. We'll take it. We're not gonna be catching fish, we're gonna be catching free stuff. Anybody else? Is there anything else here? All right. I think that's it. So yeah, we didn't do too bad. Got some stuff. Free stuff. Exactly. I'm sure some of it will get used. I have one of these actually for crappie. I've never caught a fish on one of these, but I broke plenty of them. All right. All right, so here we go. Side quest completed. No, nothing ate. While we were gone, nothing ate the mealworms. That's just how bad this is. I did give one time a grumpy guy a big fine. All the fines were like total $2,500. I let him keep the rods. $2,500 in fines. You're gonna give me a heart attack just reading that. That's where you're gonna be chasing Grumpy down into the forest, down the river, into the next state. I'm just kidding, guys. Yeah, I know, $2,500, but you can keep the rods, bro. I like that. That's a Jersey kind of deal, man. Can't possess one to move from one area to the other for invasive plants. You know what they have in New Zealand? That if you go from park to park, you got to clean your shoes. I'm sure it's not only New Zealand. I'm not trying to be sensational, but yeah, if you go from one park to the next, there are these cleaning stations, and you got to clean your feet. But I think New Zealand's cooked basically. They did not react in time to protect that country. Like I was there, and that country is struggling to protect itself from like all the tourists contaminating it. I think the damage to New Zealand's done. Let's go see if we can find another lure. I'm just gonna let that hang out there because we're getting no bites. I'm watching the tip, and we were getting bites nonstop here yesterday. I can probably hang out with you guys for another 10 minutes, probably less. So let's go if we can find another lure. At this point, we're just gonna be in a scavenger mode, if you don't mind. The Big Walker, what's going on, man? Thanks for the kind words. Let's see. I fish here for crappie, and we caught crappie right there. But let's see if we can find any more cool lures in a tree while I still. We went from fishing to finding fishing gear on trees. This is probably the only time I can basically be in this area because you can't put a boat in this body of water. No, I see nothing else. I see a little bird nest, but that's about it. It's amazing. This place is fully frozen. This will probably be the last place we would find something. Let's see. I see nothing. No, that's it. Let's turn around and go back. Hold on, last tree. Nah, I see nothing. Here's not allowed to use your net in other waters and lots of lakes. We have big drums where you need to put your landing net. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense, Paul. All right. Let's see. Oh, almost slipped and fell. We don't want that. This is where I found a bunch of beers in the fall. And that's poison ivy. I don't know if those of you that know or don't know, but that, my friends, is a bozo no-no. You touch that, you're going to the hospital, especially if you rub against it, man. I did that a couple of times to myself, and I definitely learned very quickly what it looks like and what it does to you. Never again. All right, I think we're exhausted our options for finding more free gear. There's no fish at the end of our hooks, and I'm getting cold. I apologize, guys. I was expecting to have a better live stream. No, this is bad. This is not good. Not good at all. Let's see if I can hold the rod and just twitch it for a couple more minutes. And then we're gonna call it a day. Maybe I'll catch that last minute fish. Slowly reel it up. In some lakes, we put our 500,000 euro on carbs in for the sport, so you don't want some bacteria in your waters. No, that is true, Paul. Imagine that in 10 years, carp is going to be a big sport fish in United States. Jersey is going to be a prime spot, man. Yeah, Jonathan, if you can watch Ranyo fish, you're in for a treat, man. He's like the Bob Ross of fishing. I'm his depressed friend from the north, but Ranyo, he goes out there and he'll catch, he'll be like, yeah, I caught like 80 yesterday. That's like, and he's just very nonchalant about it, and that's how much crappie I catch in 1 year. He makes his own lures. He's a cool guy. I enjoy his sunset live streams. Yeah, SWC is also awesome. I think actually, well, correct me if I'm wrong, Ranyo, but I think the reason you started your channel for the Ranyo's Adventures is because SWC. I think so. Or was your other neighbor? Come on, fish. Wow, it's amazing how it just completely, man. I think they saw me fishing yesterday, and the Secret Service came in and took all the fish out of here. That's my only explanation. It's a pretty good one too. It's conspiracy theorist approved. Hold on. So yeah, we found some free stuff. This guy is going to the trash, obviously. But yeah. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pack up, and I'll keep you guys on. I'll keep chatting with you guys. You know what I like about this ice auger? That it breaks down into two pieces. I don't know if all of them do that, but this one is a Strike Master, and if you want to be low profile and not see Karens, I mean, not have people see you walking away from the parking lot with an ice auger, this is pretty good. You can just stick it in your backpack. Hold on. If you guys want to hang out with me while I pack up, feel free to do so. All right. Whoosh. Oh man, I was expecting to catch you guys some fish today. Amazing crappie fishing up there. There's a Kissimmee channel, Ranyo. Oh, imagine if you could sell crappie, Ranyo. You'd probably be you'd probably have a penthouse in Manhattan. I'm sure that still goes on under the covers because I know there's a bunch of people always getting caught in Jersey for selling fish. Usually they come out from New York City. But yeah, that'd be cool. But I can see why that's not allowed. Right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna reel up and maybe we'll go find a couple of more lures on my way to the car. I'm gonna walk the bank. Nothing, absolutely nothing. It is quite depressing. That's just wild. You know, I'm so mad at them. I'm not even gonna drop my wax worms into the hole because I'm gonna feed them to my cichlid. Because they get nothing today. Nobody came out to play. All right, yeah. See, I just have these ugly stick duck rods called Duck Runner. For those of you who don't know Ronio's story, if you actually go on YouTube and type in, you can actually type in Ron, and then you type in man gets kicked out of a no limit lake for catching too much fish. No joke. That's Ranyo. I think about 15 years ago, a news story, he caught so much fish at No Limit Lake that they decided to kick him out. I think he had like 40 catfish in his cooler. That was pretty awesome. That's how you know a man's character. I'm trying to find any more bass lures, but I am not having luck. Oof, a little slippery out here. Watch, I'm gonna fall through. Oh wait, huh, you see that? I see something in the tree. How you doing today? Oh, it's a good one. Oh, it's a juicy one. Hold on. All right, we're gonna end the stream on a positive note. It's a nice one. It's the best one we found all day. Now, come on, gang. What do we see in the tree? What's his name? Come on. Now that's a good one, and that's a fresh one too. Let's get him off. Oh, dude, this thing is fresh. That hasn't been here for a long time. Look at that. That's pretty nice. Wait, does it? Oh, it even shake. Okay. I mean, we got skunked today, but I'll take it. That's a nice one. All right, that was worth the walk. That's pretty good. I don't know who makes this one, but it looks like it's well made. It has a rattler inside and everything. I know, it is the biggest catch of the day. All right, hold on. Good thing is, since I'm a dad, I always have a napkin in my pocket for my kids. I'm gonna wrap this thing up and take it home. That's it, guys. That was pretty good. That's a beautiful piece too. That was pretty good. All right, let's see. Should we keep walking? Let's see, maybe we'll find something else. You never know. Go for a little walkie walk. Oh, look at this. We should probably drill, you see all this stuff? We should probably drill a hole here next time. All right. Don't see anything yet. Ooh. Okay, I hope those are not bear tracks. I mean, that's coyote track for sure. Uh-oh, I hear sounds. I don't like the sounds. I hear sounds. I see nothing anymore. All right, I don't think we're gonna find another lure hanging off a tree, but it was a valiant effort. Yeah, I don't see anything. Oh, wait. Dude, it's like a Christmas tree. Check it out. Oh, dude. You see him? Well, he's mine now. Oh, man. Look at that guy. I mean, I don't think it's an expensive frog lure, but we'll take him. We'll take you home, buddy. I'm gonna take this worm off. I'm gonna take this frog off. And all right, here we go. And last but not least, I see me a nice spinner. You see that? I love it. It's like I'm a little kid on Christmas. Look at that. Hold on. That's perfect. Just what the doctor ordered. I think that is it. That wasn't too bad. Used to give to the homeless mission. Oh, that's nice. But the health department stopped that. I went to. That's really nice of you, Ryan. All right, I think that concludes our lure picking trip, because I can't call it a fishing trip. This is funny, man. I like this. This is my favorite find, the little spinner. Gonna throw it. I gotta put all these together. That was cool. Let's get home. I think that's it. I don't think I'm gonna find anything else. I think that's all she wrote. Let me check one more tree. One more tree. I mean, you never know. No, I don't see anything particularly interesting. Nah. All right, gang. I think it's time to head home. We used to have to buy a second meal for the crew at like 16 hours. We would donate to homeless, but that stopped because homeless people sue different companies. Yeah, so what you write is absolutely correct, Jonathan. I for many years I was a landlord, not a landlord. I was a property manager, and we used to deal a lot with programs. So we were probably the only people crazy enough to do it. So we used to. The owner of my company sometimes took in people from the street, and everything went fine for the first couple of weeks. There were programs out there that would pay their rent for a year, like temporary residency assistance. And we actually ended up getting sued by them a lot. So unfortunately, we stopped taking TRA. But that was mostly because all the losses we were catching. All right, gentlemen and ladies. Maybe, I don't think we get to 50 likes, but look how pretty this is. I'm gonna head to my car, so I'm gonna end the stream. I appreciate the conversation, and good on those like Rania, Jonathan, and everybody else who help out people in need. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll try to see you guys tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna feel. Today I feel like they didn't show up. All right, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I hope you have a good day, and I'll try to catch you in the next couple of days. All right, have a good one.